Welcome to this video. Here I will take you through my blue collar job. This is my mascot, the happy dog. So here I am just on a forklift, transporting a box with some materials I have to use, and I'm just moving it so I can actually get the materials up from the box and get them onto the water jet machine you can see I'm working at. And done. So this is some materials. They come in 3 different lengths of what we are making, and I'm just taking all of them up on a table and placing them down in the boxes again after. Here I'm just measuring if it's the correct dimensions, because we always have to do some reassuring that it's the correct dimensions. Here I'm just turning the material because I have placed it in, they do have some specific angles. And this was the correct angle right here. And just placing them so they can be nice and sturdy on there. You can see I'm just doing I just press a button right here, so the laser will just turn off or turn on, and here I'm just starting the pump on the water jet machine. And I'm just starting a program now. And that's a decent coffee right there. Now I have to pick the program that I have in my folder, measure the working height on the material with the machine right here, so it has the correct set axis measurement. Since that is done, I always deactivate the program and activate the program again, and now I can actually start the pump and begin the program. You can see this is a very simple program with these. I am just making holes in them. It takes a little bit of a while actually to make the holes because it's such a thick material. And here I'm just scraping and scraping and scraping some more. And as I said earlier, then here I'm just putting it back in the boxes again, and the customer gets their materials with the correct holes in it. So now you can see right here I am trying to get an angle on this one, on the water jet. Here I'm turning off the air both places and the water here. So now the supplies here is turned off. I did this too because I had to repair a cylinder or a valve, or what do you call this? So the thing I am doing here is because if it just has the smallest amount of scratches, these things, then we have to take a piece of paper, some And we have to do that on all the parts, so make sure that it's actually nice and clean and doesn't have any scratches. And yeah, this was just something that I had to connect. I had to assemble. So yeah, here I'm just holding a spring on this connected, and this one has like something inside, like a screw that I have to attach and just clean it with some brake fluid. And yeah, here you can just see me assembling this one right here. And it's nice sometimes when I have some time, when the water jet machine is just doing its work. You can see it's working in the background. Then I can just assemble these stuff and yeah, polish them, clean them, whatever it needs to do. So we always have someone in spare. So if one is down, then we can just take a new one and just replace it quite quickly. And yeah, you can see, just giving it some air. And here we have the assembled part. And just cleaning it off a little bit more. And I'm very happy, as you can see. And I just turned on the sounds for this because I really like the sounds. And here I'm just plugging in the airflow and the water flow. And just the feeler part. This part is also very important. And now here I have to get some different material up on the water jet. And I'm using the forklift for this because it's the easiest. So now I have to fold out the material here. It's a roll with some, I don't remember if it's 20mm material or 15, but also quite thick material. And here you can see I have a crane I'm using just with pneumatic airflow. Yeah, it's just a vacuum I use here and connect it on here, so I can actually bring it line it up completely as it should be. And down again. And done with that. And here I'm just doing some of the same things as earlier. Just getting the machine to come to me and then measuring the working height. So the Z axis is where it should be when it's actually working. And now it has the correct measurement there. And it should be working correctly now. And I did not get the footage of the other thing where I should cut that, but here I have some different material up on the machine as well. It is a little bit thinner material, so it's quite easy to manage, You can see the machine is cutting it in a angular direction. And on the other way. Here's just a fast clip of me transporting it up to a table, so I can actually get it out of the way from the machine and get some new material up on the machine. And it can be quite annoying doing this because this is, like quick. I've changed the clip speed here, as you can see, so it goes fairly quick, but we want them to be placed so it's not just a huge pile up on top of each other, because then they can't dry properly. So for now I'm just putting them like this, but later I'm putting them in a warm room where they can dry off better. And that was actually everything for this video. I hope that you did in fact enjoy it and you saw a little